Okay, teachers, listen up. If you're looking for a way to create some seriously engaging classroom games without spending your entire weekend prepping, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to dive into how Canva's AI tools can be a total game changer for your lesson planning. Let's do this.
We've all been there, haven't we? It's late at night, you've got a mountain of grading to do, and you're trying to pull together something new and exciting for your students. That content treadmill is just exhausting, and trying to find high-quality interactive stuff can feel like a full-time job in itself.
But what if I told you there's a completely new way to work that could change everything? I'm not just talking about some cool new feature here. Canva's AI tools are a fundamental shift in how we create classroom resources. Seriously, we are talking about going from a simple idea to a fully interactive game in minutes, not hours, minutes. So how does this magic actually work? Well, it's a brilliant two-step process right inside Canva. First up, you've got Canva AI. Think of it as your content assistant. It'll come up with all the words, the definitions, the math problems, whatever you need. Then, and this is the cool part, you have Canva Code. This is like the magic wand that takes all that content and poof, turns it into a real playable game. And they work together perfectly.
All right, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty and actually build something. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create a really great math game. You're about to see just how fast and easy this whole thing is.
And look, it really is this simple. It's just 3 steps. First, we'll generate the content for our game using a simple sentence. Second, we use that same sentence to generate the actual game. And third, we just pop it right into our lesson presentation. That's it. Seriously. For our example today, we're going to make a place value matching game. This is the perfect kind of activity for a 2nd or 3rd grade math center. It helps reinforce those core concepts in a way that's actually fun and hands-on for the kids. Okay, now this right here is the secret sauce. This prompt is everything. Just look at how descriptive it is. You're just talking to it. You tell it the topic, the grade level, exactly how you want students to interact with it, drag and drop, and that you want instant feedback. There's no code, no complicated jargon. You're just describing what you want in plain English. And here's where the magic really happens. It's just one click. You find the Canva Code app right there in your design, you paste in that prompt we just made, and you hit generate. That's it. The AI instantly starts building your custom game for you right on the spot. It's almost too easy. And once it's made, this game isn't stuck in one place. Oh no, you can embed this little widget anywhere you use Canva. You can drop it into a presentation slide for a whole class activity, pop it into a digital worksheet for kids to do on their own, or even put it on your classroom website so they can practice from home. Okay, making one game is awesome. But what if you could become a resource-creating machine? Let's level up. It's time for the pro tips that will totally supercharge your weekly planning. Now this is the ultimate hack, you guys. Canva Sheets. Instead of creating, say, one set of vocabulary words at a time, you can use a sheet to generate dozens of games at once. Just imagine creating an entire month's worth of vocabulary activities for your center rotations with basically 0 extra work. It is a massive time saver. And the power just keeps going. With a few tiny changes to your prompt, you can do so much more. Need to differentiate for your students? Just add "make an easier version" to your prompt. Want to help out your younger learners? Tell it to add word and image pairs. Feel like adding a little friendly competition? Ask it to add a timer. You can even use Canva Sheets to create personalized vocab sets for each of your students. So cool. So, as you can see, this is way more than just a cool tech trick. This new way of working has a really big impact on not just how we teach, but also on how our students learn. And let's talk about the why for a second. We all know this from experience, but the research backs it up. Interactive tools aren't just more fun. They are proven to boost student engagement and, most importantly, help with knowledge retention. When kids can actually touch and move and play with concepts, that learning really sticks. I absolutely love this idea of vibe coding because that's exactly what this is. You're no longer the builder, getting stuck in all the technical details. You get to be the creative director of the learning experience. You just describe the vibe you're going for: fun, visual, challenging, and the AI makes it happen. And this, right here, this is the bottom line for every single busy teacher out there. The biggest, most powerful benefit is the time you get back. What used to take hours of searching and designing and formatting can now be done in just a couple of minutes. So that's the real transformation here.
You're reclaiming your prep time, and you're turning it from tedious work into a purely creative process. This lets you focus on what really matters, the big ideas and the learning goals, not on all the technical stuff.
This technology really puts an incredible tool right at our fingertips. The possibilities are honestly endless, from math and science to vocabulary and history. So the only question left is, what amazing learning experience are you going to create first?